Welcome back, everybody. Today we're gonna do a project that I wanted to do for so long. We're gonna forge a Viking sword. Many people actually asked for this in the comments because they think I look like a Viking, so I have to be a Viking, even if I'm not Scandinavian. But today we're gonna change this. We're gonna forge a Damascus Viking sword. And so, let's get started. So, the first step is done. We push the billet together. In German, we call it packen. Basically means like compress everything so there's no gaps between the layers. And then we put this white powder on, which is borax. Borax works as a flux in welding up the billets. Billet number 1 down, now billet number 2. So I forged out the 2 billets now into a 30 by 30 square piece. Mo just held the kiss block, so it's really nice and even on the thickness on all the sides, on both of the blocks. Now we let them cool down, cut them up into each 2 pieces, so in total of 4. And then we're starting to build our basket weave. So welcome to Basic Mosaic Damascus with Martin. Today we're gonna speak about what I mentioned earlier, basket weave. Basket weave means we have 4 pieces of Damascus looking like this, but we rearrange them to make it in a 4-way and always turning them 90 degrees. So we have like this, and like this. So it looks like a classic old basket. It's woven one over, one under, one over, one under. We take all of this, forge it into a Warhammer. No, we don't. But if you haven't seen the Warhammer video, you should after this video. Then we're gonna take this, forge it out into a Le Blocco again, and then something very innovative and new. We're gonna take this Blocco and make the whole thing once again. So turning 90 degrees each and every time, and then we're gonna forge it out into the size for our sword, but with a special little twist. Foreshadowing. I'm sure some of you guys recognize the cool forging hammers and tongs that we have in our videos. These are actually handcrafted in Austria by our good friend and former blacksmithing teacher, Christoph Kühlinger. We're using his hammers since about 7-8 years now. We actually are selling them on our website because they're really that great. Very soon we get a few tongs in stock too, but you don't have to buy them on our website. You can go to his Instagram or Facebook, send him a message, order a few hammers. These are great forging tools. We really like them, we really love them. And if you want to have a classic forging hammer or a rounding hammer, Christoph is the guy for you. So go check him out, link in the description down below and in the pinned comments. And now, let's forge weld these 2 billets for our sword. So the forging part is finished, and now we're gonna take this billet, cut it into 4, forge weld it, and then we're gonna twist it. But first, we take a little break. So even though I was super confident that I cut everything correctly, I cut one of the pieces about 8 millimeters shorter than the other ones. But doesn't matter, this will be the tank part that will be cut away anyways. Now it's in the forge, it's already at forge welding temperature. We're gonna forge it 4 ways again, draw it out to a 25 mil thickness, round it so we have a nice pre-form for twisting, and then twist the whole thing, forge it into the shape for our sword. So we forged it down to 30 mil as we did before, but we want it a little thinner. We're gonna forge it down to 26 mil thickness on our rolling mill because we love it and it's nice and even, and we want to have it twist even. So first side is done, second side will be now, then we're forging it round and then we twist. I'm the burner. And more, you know what? Fuck the sword, I'm gonna call the unsub guys and Apache Rifle Works and we're gonna make a gun barrel out of this thing. finished forging our Viking sword. It's got about 75 centimeters of length right now for the blade alone. We forged out the tang very rough on this piece. You can see the pattern of the twist in the sides a little bit, and it looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait to grind this baby. You know what time it is? It's 8:35, but
It's Viking sword time!
yeah, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. This clock isn't working right now, but doesn't matter. It is time to go finish this piece.
That's not a sword.
So we scrap the center line of our sword so we can make it nice and parallel and even on both sides, so it's not a little offset on one or other side. So center here, center in the front, scrap the whole line, and now it's time to bring the shape of the final piece onto our blank. So Mo wanted to put this thing on the scale, which is actually a pretty good idea. So without taking shape, we're at 1742 grams in Imperial US Freedom measurements. It's close to a washing machine or 20 Big Macs.
That's some heavy ass Big Macs.
That's some heavy ass Big Macs.
You could bet on how heavy it is after all the grinding.
So let us know in the comments down below, what do you think? After bringing it to shape, heat treating, grinding, polishing, doing the hollow, all the, like the finished blade without handle, how heavy is it gonna be? Chris is saying 850? 750. I'll say it's something between like 800 to 900 grams. Mo is at
900.
900. Let us know in the comments down below, what do you think? Oh, and by the way, let us also know in the comments down below, how heavy is a Big Mac?
So when was the last part of the Viking sword?
25th of April. It's 4.5 months ago.
What do you have to say to defend yourself?
Traveling, a lot of work, my own freaking knife show, traveling.
Vacation.
And vacation, true.
How dare you go on vacation?
Yeah, I'm sorry that I take 2 weeks off in a year from my own. You still got the videos, so don't complain too much. So profile finished for now. We gotta tweak a little bit on the tip, otherwise we are done for now. After re-profiling the tip, or maybe I'll leave it and do it after heat treat, we'll see. Now it's time to get the shoulders correct, and then we already start on fitting the guard. Maybe do a little bit of a hot forming, but yeah. Transition. In moments like this, I think, who did this shit and why are there so long screws in our file guide? But then I remember, it was me a week ago doing the bayonets. Damn you, Chris. Step 1, always have employees to blame. Step 2, pay your employees. Step 3, blame them for everything. Need your help? And this will be our guard. The real guard, oversized. So welcome back to I'm not a machinist and I have no idea what I'm doing, but I pretend to so I look good on camera. So we marked the guard now on the 2 positions that we need to mill in, because we have first the part that goes through the whole guard, and then these shoulders will be in the guard. So basically, to show you on the piece itself, we're gonna mill it so deep in that this part is mostly sunken in to the guard. So the blade is 7.5 mil thick, so we go for 8 mil to mill it out, and hopefully don't break anything this time.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Belt grinders.
No, we just got a new light today.
Oh yeah.
It's the first time using it, and it's behind you.
Camera. Light. Minus 16.5, 30. 30.
Is that an old machinist's trick?
Precision trick. That's because I don't have a digital readout. I'll mark myself with a Sharpie where it is. Very precise, very precise. It's about hundredths of a millimeter. That's about half a football field in the US.
Did you tell people that you just calculated where to put the mill and then just gave up and eyeballed it?
I calculated where it should be. So on the mill, like 47 mil out. Okay, so I need to go in the 12.5 to the middle of the piece plus the 4 mil, because it's half of the 8 millimeter end mill that we have in there. And okay, 47 minus this 16.5, it's 30.5. So I put it to 30.5, and suddenly it was like a third to the wrong side. Don't know how, don't know why, but I eyeballed it, and now it's
perfect.
perfect. So, fun fact. I was just milling out the inner piece for the tang, as we mentioned earlier, and our mill has a small little step in it. So it's a 10 mil shaft to an 8 mil mill. And it's not long enough for about a millimeter. So I'm gonna take a drill and put 2 holes in so we have a small little guidance, and then turn it around and mill the last little bit out.
Inner piece. Mozzarella cheese.
What?
Shawarma man.
Ah.
No,
it does
fuck.
nearly fit. So close, no matter how far. It's really, really freaking close. So I have to put the corners away anyway. When you are here, who's behind the camera?
Definitely not Chris.
Okay, it's definitely not Chris behind the camera right now. So it does nearly fit. So it's just pricking the corners a little bit. And then it should work out. Hopefully. Otherwise, more milling. A little homage to Kyle Rea. To the grinder!
The next day.
New day, new chaos. Time to fit that guard. So if the shots look a little wonky today, it's because Mo yesterday took the adapter plates for our tripods. So I'm filming on a very fun construction right now. Bring my stuff back, Mo. So it now sits on there pretty nice and straight, and also it stopped wobbling. Because the shoulders are now set in, and now it's time to scribe our lines for the guard. We're gonna go in a little bit in the Irish Viking kind of direction, because I like the guards a little bit more than the just banana styles. So yeah, let's scribe the lines and grind the guard where it should be. Where are my base plates?
There's the one that's been in my car for 6 weeks, I think. And the other one, I don't fucking know. I don't have it. But I'm here now with the base plate, which doesn't matter because since I'm here now, you don't need the base plates anymore. You need a base plate for a tripod?
Thank you. Hello there. Welcome to We Build a Redneck Heat Treating Oven for our sword. Because the sword is long and I have a little trauma of the last two swords heat treating, because I don't want to spend 1.5 hours to get it wrong. We now take our trusty Damascus Master plus the Free Cancer cheap V-War Forge, put them back to back and make ourselves a little long fire. This is our finished profiled, only profiled guard so far. So it fits very nice. And before there are any comments down below, oh, why is it such a small guard? Look up Viking blades, they have small guards. It's not like a classic Middle European sword where the guard is like this long on each side. These are small, handy weapons, so they have just small guards around it. Now it's time to hot stamp it. Put our logo in, because we have to. And then it's time to heat treat this bad boy. So fingers crossed, hopefully nothing goes wrong.
You scared?
A little bit.
Good.
Now to the part that I'm worrying most about this whole project. It's time to heat treat. Heat treating in 3, 2, 1. And it's crooked as fuck. But that's what you have this machine for. It's the Keep a Sword Straight Otron 3000. Heat treating hopefully was successful, at least I hope so. And yeah, now we let it cool down in our metal sheet press and then put it into a big ass oven to temper.
Please make the sword be hard and not break.
Or stuff like this, whatever.
Drop it. Drop the sword.
It's not time for drop forging.
Drop
Even
it.
though you could check out our merch, drop forging t-shirts now available, but we won't drop forge this thing.
Drop
Hopefully.
the sword. Drop it.
No.
The next day.
New day and working on the sword again. I clamped it to a piece of mild steel so it's even on both sides and straight, so the middle line is parallel to the sidelines, so we can use our toe bin S-grind device, hopefully, for the fullness of the sword to make my life a little bit easier. In theory. Let's check it out if it really works. At least I hope, because it would save me a shit ton of time.
So now that we are finished with the hollow grind, it's time to grind the bevels.
So now, after nearly 4.5 hours of grinding the bevels, and yesterday about 2.5, 3 hours of grinding the hollow, the blade is finished on the grinder. As you could see, I did a little length finish with the 180 grit, so it's a little bit easier to polish. This will at least take an hour or two to polish. The cool thing is, sometimes I remember that I have employees that I pay to do that shit for me, so thank you, Chris.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Part 3 of the Viking sword. Today we're gonna finish it, hopefully. As you saw in the beginning, Chris already did the hand sanding on this blade because I hate hand sanding, and I finished the upper part of the guard. Now we are continuing with the whole handle setup. So we gotta do a wooden handle and a pommel. So we finally decided for a handle material, which is this beautiful Turkish walnut. But bam, bam, bam.
Boxy pockets.
I'm gonna go in an electric chair for you! Scotland, you bastard!
You leaving?
Now we drill a hole 6 millimeters through this 11 long block. 11.
That's not 11 inches.
We don't start that discussion again. 11.
It's gonna fit. Better.
So we're burning in the tang now, so I'm gonna heat it up and push it through where we pre-drilled the holes so it fits to our tang nicely. So I cast fire! That wasn't very spectacular. Another week, another project. Oh, well, still the same project, but it's Viking sword time or something like this. Last week we only filmed for like half a day, which was...
It was more like half an hour.
Yeah, it was like half an hour, yeah. No, wait. It was 2 hours, of which we did bullshit for 1.5 hours and then half an hour of honest work. Pommel time, or something like this. I am confusion. Will be too small. I got a new message from somebody who is attending Knife Show Austria 2026, or at least he's trying to attend. So, by the way, we opened up this. I think we didn't talk about this in last week, or last video. Everything for Knife Show 2026, so Knife Show Austria, of course, is online now. Go to www.knifeshow.at.
.at.
Ain't got no gas in it. $11. No, it's 14. My brain is doing weird things.
Rain.
And it's barely functional. Welcome back to We Are Not Machinists. And today, Pommel. More tips for the sword maker.
I thought you were having a wank.
So we cut the slot into the back part and it looks very nice. So now we're gonna drill the first hole, which is gonna be a 4 mil hole or 4.5 mil. Little wiggle room is always good. Through the whole block, so we can put the thread that we're gonna weld on the tang through, because it's a through hole. And then, from the back side, an 8 mil hole all the way, not all the way, about a centimeter, 1.5 centimeters down. So we can later make it tight, make it good, make it fitting. So welcome to the blackboard of knowledge. Usually it's a whiteboard of knowledge, but we don't have a whiteboard. So what I did here with this pommel is I made a slot of the thickness of our tang, drilled the hole through for our thread, and now open up this hole and made an 8 mil hole through this whole thing, like this. So this is where the tang goes, this is where the thread goes in here, tang, and here will be our pommel nut.
That looks like the ram and the anvil of a power hammer.
True. What the fuck? The tang is 6.3 mil. Our slot is 6 mil. So
Not enough.
I forgot about thinning it out. The one thing I always hate about projects like this is assemble, disassemble, assemble, disassemble, assemble, disassemble. All fucking
Viking sword, assemble.
And to make the correct positioning of where we have to cut out the slot for our thread, we marked the end of the tang with a red Sharpie, as usually I do with going up the grids on the belt grinder for sanding the blade. I showed you while doing the fuller, now cutting the slot. Great success.
Nice.
Very nice. Great success. Ba-da-da. So Viking sword is finished. Thanks everybody for watching and see you never. But seriously, that's it for today. For me, you will see the continuing of this sword in about 3, 2, 1. Right now, I rough shaped our pommel, which is actually harder than I thought it would be. Because there's all these little facets and roundings and everything that's pretty shit to do, to be honest with you guys. Right now, I marked the side. So we're gonna grind around so we have a small little step of 3.5 mil around it, like we have on focus on these two sides, all around the bolster, so it's shape and not just a square or a rectangle. And then it's a lot of sanding and filing and dremeling and sanding and filing. And as everybody knows, I hate hand sanding. A lot. Like, a lot. So after nearly 3 hours, the pommel is nearly finished. The guard is nearly finished. So now it's time to go upstairs, work on the wood handle, and then all the detail work. Woo. So now that the handle is ground up to 400 grit and ready for some hand sanding, we're going to take our guard, our Dremel, and start to put some texturing inlays on the guard and the pommel. To be honest, this is actually super cool. I love the texture so damn much. Scribed myself some outlines because I wanted to have a border around the whole piece. Focus. A border around the whole piece and only texture in the middle. Put gun bluing in the texturing and then polish over with a 400 grit or 600 grit. With a 600 grit, so we have a shiny, nice border and a nice dark texture with some small high spots. I think this could look pretty cool. I only did a small little bit of a line texturing in there, and I did a slight wavy, so it looks a little rustic and cool. And also, maybe this is just an excuse for me to not have a perfect line, and maybe not the best thing. I'm not an engraver, I'm not a machinist, I'm not a welder, I'm not an engraver, but I try my best, and I try to learn and make it better each and every time. So now, gun blue, and then I go home because it's nearly 10 p.m. So after half an hour of hating everything and shortening down the pommel nut, it's now fitting and everything is nice and tight and no wobble, and it's time to finish the blade. We need to refinish this blade because of the temper colors, and also I'm pretty sure underneath this tape, maybe one or two scratch up here. That's why we give it to Chris again.
Fine addition to my collection.
Okay, and we go to the hardware store and get ourselves a new edge container that's long enough for this blade. V8, baby. Got me pipe. Now for the final assembly. Just take our beautiful sword, our pretty cool guard that's on crooked, the wonderful, and yes, I will say to every single piece that it's beautiful, wonderful, or awesome, because they are. And now to finish it all off, our pommel, tighten the pommel nut, which is not that beautiful because you can't see it, but it's the best. Wasn't so thin and easier to assemble. Tighten down without worrying to screw something up. Screw up. So finally, after nearly 6 months, our Viking sword is finished. And it looks even better than I thought it would. So last time we asked you how heavy only the blade without the handle assembly will be. The final blade was at 630 grams. So it was way lighter than we all thought it would be. But How heavy is the whole thing? Write your predictions in the comments now. You finished? Okay, okay. Give you a few seconds. Okay, so 886 grams. So thanks everybody for watching the 3-part series of the Viking sword. Next week I will be in the beautiful United States of America in Salt Lake City. Thanks for watching. I'll let you go to the B-roll. Bye. And like and subscribe.